It's time for another 1 minute story review, and today we're going to be looking at Howl's Moving Castle by Studio Ghibli. Based on the book I just reviewed by Diana Jones, Howl's Moving Castle is a fantasy story based on a character named Sophie who gets cursed. At the start, she's young, she gets cursed by the Witch of the Waste for some slight against her, and turns into a 90-year-old woman and seeks Howl in his moving castle. The book and the movie start very similar, but Ghibli's animation adds a lot to the story. The visuals are nothing short of stunning and sweep you off your feet in a way that no other media can. The characters are all unique and brought to life beautifully by the voice actors. In the English version, I don't know who directly casted Billy Crystal as Calcifer, but they did a fantastic job in doing so. Every time something magic happens in the movie, it's given its own moment and you're given time to appreciate it. And everything that's brought directly from the book is translated quite well. Especially Sophie's relationship with Calcifer. The way that they act on screen is a beautiful duo, and I think it's the best part of this entire movie. And early on, what isn't translated from the book is somewhat hinted at, giving you a nice little Easter egg if you've read it first. And then about halfway through the movie, Miyazaki comes in and says this story's mine now and takes it over completely. For better or for worse, a classic fantasy story that was rooted in our world is turned into a war movie. Our antagonist completely shifts from the Witch of the Waste as her magic is stripped from her and changes to Madame Solomon. Solomon is actually a mix of characters from the book that weren't antagonists that are now turned into an antagonist who are trying to keep a war going. Hal doesn't like this and seems to try everything he can to save as many lives as he can that aren't soldiers, to the point of expending his life through his magic if he has to. It turns a ragtag group of misfits into a small resistance against an army as they try and save everyone they can. The end is also full of more obtuse magic stuff that doesn't really explain itself, but I think that does well for it. I also like that Calcifer's contract with Hal is kept forefront throughout the movie because that was a really important plotline in the book too. I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it yet, but Hal's first words to Sophie at the beginning of the movie are such beautiful foreshadowing. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and rewatch the climax and then realize that Hal's first words to Sophie were, "I've been looking everywhere for you." In my opinion, this movie is one of the best ways to do an adaptation. It keeps all the core story points while also becoming something of its own. It uses its own form of media to turn the book into something that it couldn't have been in book form.